when he went about his duties plowing at the temple, at the marketplace, or on the pathways. Every half sesame seed time, he would turn around and look at Lord Nityananda following behind him. Again and again, he would embrace Lord Nityananda, whose body was soft and delicate, like a puppet made of cream. Wherever he went, Hadai Pandit took his son. Lord Nityananda was the life breath in Hadai Pandit. The super soul in everyone's heart. Lord Nityananda understood everything. He always stayed with his father and made him happy. Then, by divine arrangement, one day a handsome sannyasi came to the home of Lord Nityananda's father. Lord Nityananda's father offered alms to him. He happily offered hospitality. The whole night, Lord Nityananda's father talked to him about Lord Krishna. When dawn came and he wished to depart, the great sannyasi spoke to Lord Nityananda's father. The sannyasi said, "I wish to give you one thing in charity." Lord Nityananda's father replied, "Whatever you wish." The sannyasi said, "I am traveling to many holy places. I did not have a good Brahmin companion. Give me your eldest son to be my companion for some days. I will see him as more dear than my own life. He will see all the holy places." Hearing the sannyasi's words, the saintly Brahmin deeply thought again and again in his heart. He thought, "This sannyasi has asked me to give my very life as a gift to him. But if I do not give this gift, then I will become a person whose everything is destroyed." In ancient times, many great souls attained auspiciousness by giving their lives in charity to a sannyasi. Dasarath gave his life his son Ramachandra when Vishwamitra asked. Although he could not live without Ram, still King Dasarath gave him in charity. This is told in the Puranas. Now I have the same dilemma. Oh Lord Krishna, please rescue me from this dilemma. Why did Hadai Pandit not understand that this situation was arranged by the Lord himself? Hadai Pandit had known, and how would Lord Nityananda have left home? Hadai Pandit approached his wife and told her everything from beginning to end. Hearing his words, his chaste wife, who was the mother of the world, said, "My Lord, whatever you wish is what I say also." Lord Nityananda's father returned to the sannyasi. He gave his son to that sannyasi, then he bowed his head. Then that exalted sannyasi left with Lord Nityananda. In this way, Lord Nityananda left home. When Lord Nityananda was gone, Hadai Pandit fell unconscious to the ground. Who can lament and weep as he did? The sound of his weeping broke stones and dry wood into pieces. Overcome with the nectar of spiritual love, he became stunned and motionless. The people said, "Hadai Pandit has gone mad." For 3 months he did not accept food. With spiritual power given by Lord Caitanya, he remained alive. If he loved his parents, why did the Lord leave? The powers and activities of Lord Vishnu and the Vaishnavas are inconceivable. Although his mother Devahuti was like a widow, still Lord Kapila left her and accepted a life of renunciation. Though his father was the great Vaishnava Vyas, Shukadev left home. Renunciation for a spiritual purpose is not an abandonment of one's duties. Only a great soul advanced in spiritual life can understand all this. Even persons dry like wood melt when they hear the Lord's pastimes meant to deliver the conditioned souls. By hearing the story of Lord Ramachandra's leaving his father and going to a secluded forest, even a Yavana will weep. In this way, Lord Nityananda left his home and happily traveled to many holy places. Noble-hearted Lord Nityananda visited Gaya, Varanasi, Prayag, Mathura, Dwarka, and the ashram of Narayan Rishi. He went to Lord Buddha's home, Lord Vyasa's home. He visited Ranganath, Setubandha, and the Malaya hills. Then the Lord went to Anantapur. He fearlessly wandered in uninhabited jungles. In these pastimes, the Lord visited the Gomati, Ganduki, Sarayu, and Kaveri rivers. He visited Ayodhya, and Nandanacarya. He visited Chimala, Venkatana, Sapta Godavari, Maheshtan, and Caitanya-Bhagavata. He visited Reva, Mahishmati, Malatirtha, and Patra, where the Ganga descended to this world in ancient times. After seeing all these holy places, Lord Nityananda returned to Mathura. No one had the power to understand that Lord Nityananda was the origin of Lord Ananta. When he saw the place in Mathura where he was born in ancient times, Lord Nityananda roared with pleasure. Lord Nityananda always manifested the mood of a child. He manifested no other mood. He happily played in the dust of Vrindavan. He made no effort even to eat. Thinking of himself as a child, he rolled in the dust of Vrindavan. No one had the power to understand his exalted nature. Except for tasting the nectar of topics about Lord Krishna, he did not eat. On some days he would drink a little milk if it was offered unasked. At the time Lord Nityananda was staying in Vrindavan, Lord Chaitanya appeared in Navadvip. Always chanting the holy names, Lord Chaitanya was filled with bliss. Still, because he could not see Lord Nityananda, he was also unhappy. Until he heard news of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda waited in Vrindavan. When he learned about Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda at once went to Navadvip, where he stayed at Nandanacarya's home. Nandanacarya was a great devotee of the Lord. He gazed at Lord Nityananda, who was splendid like the sun. Lord Nityananda wore the garments of an avadut. His body was tall. He was always grave and profound. The whole name of Lord Krishna stayed on his tongue day and night. He had no rival in the three worlds. He was the home of Lord Chaitanya himself. Moment after moment he roared with bliss. He was wild as if he were an incarnation of Lord Balaram himself. His charming face defeated millions of moons. His smile was the life of all the worlds. His lips were graceful and handsome. The splendor of his teeth defeated pearls. His glistening eyes were large and red. His long arms reached to his knees, his chest was broad. He walked with soft and graceful feet. He spoke very kind words to everyone. When the people heard the words from his mouth, their bonds of karma were at once destroyed. When Lord Nityananda came to the towns of Nadia, all the worlds exclaimed, Jai, Jai. Jai. Who has the power to properly glorify Lord Nityananda? Who personally broke Lord Chaitanya's sannyas dharma. Even a merchant or a lowly person or a fool who chants Lord Nityananda's name becomes able to purify the entire world. Nandanacarya happily offered hospitality to Lord Nityananda. Whoever hears of Lord Nityananda's arrival in Navadvip will attain great wealth of spiritual love. When he heard of Lord Nityananda's arrival, Lord Chaitanya felt limitless happiness in his heart. Speaking to the Vaishnavas, Lord Chaitanya revealed what was to happen, but no one understood the heart of his words. He said, "Oh, my brothers, in 2 or 3 days a great person will come here." By divine arrangement on that day, Lord Chaitanya worshipped Lord Vishnu and then hurried to meet the Vaishnavas. The Lord then told everyone, "Last night I saw a great wonder in a dream. It was a chariot that was the best in the world. It had palm tree flag. It stopped before my door. On that chariot I saw a very tall person. On his shoulder he carried a mace. He was not peaceful. In his left hand, a cane, kamandalu. He wore blue garments. A blue turban decorated his head. On his left ear was a colorful earring. I think he looked like Lord Balaram. Is this Nimai Pandit's home?" He repeated 10 or 20 times. He wore the garments of an avadut. He was very powerful. I never saw anyone powerful like him. Very respectfully I gazed at him. I asked, "Oh, great personality, who are you?" He smiled and said to me, "We are brothers. Tomorrow you and I will meet." Hearing his words, I became very happy. I felt that he and I are the same person. Speaking these words, Lord Chaitanya left external consciousness far behind. Entering the mood of Lord Balaram, he began to roar. "Bring wine, he roared. Hearing his roar, everyone felt that their ears would split. Srivas Pandit said, "Oh my Lord, please hear. You already possess the wine you desire. Others can taste it only if you give it to them." Trembling, the devotees stayed far away. In their hearts, the Vaishnavas thought, there must be a reason for all devotees, right?
Laughing, singing Arya and Taraja songs, and rocking his body to and fro, red-eyed Lord Chaitanya became like Lord Balaram. After some moments, the Lord returned to his natural state. Then he explained the dream. He said, "In my heart, I think there's only one explanation. An exalted personality has come. As I told you all before, we will soon see an exalted person. Haridas, go! Srivas Pandit, go! Go and find who this person is." On the Lord's order, these two great devotees happily searched every part of Navadvip. As they searched and searched, the two devotees said, "I think this person must be Lord Balaram himself." Wild with happiness, the two devotees searched the city, but they did not find even half a sesame seed's worth of news. For 9 hours they searched in all of Nadia, not finding the object of their search. They returned to Lord Chaitanya. To the Lord's feet they presented this report. "We did not see him anywhere. We looked in the homes of every Vaishnava, every sannyasi, every pious householder, and every materialist, but we did not see him. We looked everywhere in Navadvip. Only in the villages outside of Navadvip did we not look." Hearing their words, Lord Chaitanya smiled. He knew Lord Nityananda was playing a trick. He thought, Nityananda has hidden himself very well. In this incarnation of the Lord, some people sing the names of Lord Chaitanya, but when they hear the name of Lord Nityananda, they jump up and run away. They are like persons who worship Lord Krishna, but do not honor Lord Shiva. These sinners go to Yamaraja's abode. In this incarnation, Lord Nityananda is carefully hidden. Only if Lord Chaitanya himself reveals him can anyone see Lord Nityananda. Persons who, not understanding the truth, blaspheme Lord Chaitanya or Lord Nityananda, find great obstacles blocking their progress in devotional service to Lord Vishnu. Srivasa and the other devotees certainly knew the truth about the Lord. Still, they could not see Lord Nityananda. This is a great wonder. After a moment, Lord Chaitanya gently smiled and said, "Come with me and we will find him." Chanting, "Jai Krishna!
Jai Krishna!"
As they walked, the devotees happily went with Lord Chaitanya. Accompanied by the devotees, Lord Chaitanya, who knew everything, at once went to Nandanacarya's home. In that home stayed the jewel of exalted persons. Everyone gazed at him. He was splendid like millions of suns. Wrapped in meditation, he did not know that anyone had come. Filled with the happiness of meditation, he smiled. Aware that this was a person very advanced in devotional service, Lord Chaitanya and his associates bowed down before him. Everyone respectfully stood. No one said anything. They only gazed at him. Lord Chaitanya stood before Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda thought, "Here is the Lord of my life." Lord Chaitanya's form is handsome like Kamadev. His fragrances, garlands, and garments are all splendid. This is part of a song. What is gold splendor before his form? The moon yearns to gaze on his face. Accompanied by the devotees, charming Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda walked in the city. Where can anyone find pearls like their teeth? Anyone who gazes at their tied-up hair will not remain conscious of this external world. Anyone who sees their large reddish eyes will think, these are lotus flowers. Their arms reach to their knees. Their broad chests are decorated with fine and graceful sacred threads. Beautiful and wonderful Vaishnava tilak decorates their foreheads. Even without ornaments, their limbs are charming and handsome. Anyone who gazes at their toenails sees millions of jewels. Anyone who gazes at their smiles drinks nectar. The two moons, Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Sri Nityananda, are my life and soul. I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of their feet.
Next chapter is the actual. Stunned with happiness, with unblinking eyes, Lord Nityananda gazed at Lord Chaitanya's form. It was as if with his tongue, Lord Nityananda licked Lord Chaitanya's form. It was as if with his eyes, Lord Nityananda drank the handsomeness of Lord Chaitanya's form. It was as if with his arms, Lord Nityananda embraced Lord Chaitanya. It was as if with his nose, Lord Nityananda smelled Lord Chaitanya. Lord Nityananda stood stunned and motionless. He neither said nor did anything. At this, everyone there was filled with wonder. Lord Chaitanya is the master of all living entities. He knew how to bring Lord Nityananda out of his trance. Lord Chaitanya hinted that Srivas should recite a verse of Caitanya-Bhagavata. Understanding the Lord's hint, Srivas Pandit at once recited a verse describing meditation with Lord Krishna. He remembered how Krishna dressed, decorated with a peacock feather on his head, just like a dancing actor with blue flowers pushed over his ear. His garment glowed yellow gold, and he was garlanded with a Vijayanta necklace. Dressed in such an attractive way, Krishna filled up the holes of his flute with the nectar emanating from his lips. So they remembered him, entering the forest of Vrindavan, which is glorified always by the footprints of Krishna and his companions. Simply by hearing the recitation of this verse, Lord Nityananda fainted. He was no longer conscious. All right.
Lord Nityananda had fainted in ecstasy. Recite, recite, Lord Chaitanya ordered Srivas. After some moments of hearing this verse repeated, Lord Nityananda regained consciousness. Touching Lord Chaitanya, he wept. Again and again, hearing the verse, Lord Nityananda became mad and roared like a lion. Hearing his roar, the universe broke into pieces. Unseen by the others, Lord Nityananda violently fell to the ground. In their hearts, everyone thought his bones must have broken into pieces. Afraid that he was hurt, the Vaishnavas called out, "Krishna, save him! Krishna, save him!" Lord Nityananda rolled on the ground. His body was flooded with tears from his eyes. Gazing at Lord Chaitanya's face, he sighed. Bliss was in his heart. Moment after moment, he laughed aloud. One moment he danced, another moment he bowed down, another moment he slapped his arms, another moment he jumped with both feet. Seeing this great wonder of the mad bliss of love for Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya and the Vaishnavas wept. Again and again, Lord Nityananda was overcome with ecstasy. Everyone tried to hold him still, but no one could. When no Vaishnava could hold him still, Lord Chaitanya embraced him. Lord Nityananda had surrendered his life to Lord Chaitanya. When Lord Chaitanya embraced him, he became still. The Lord to whom he had surrendered his life, now embracing him, Lord Nityananda became motionless. Lord Nityananda now floated in the waters of love for Lord Chaitanya. He was like Lakshmana, who became powerless in Lord Ram's embrace. Struck by the hour of pure spiritual love, Lord Nityananda fell unconscious. Still embracing Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya wept. I heard that the blissful love they felt in separation was like love of Sri Ram and Lakshman. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda felt the highest love. Except for the love of Sri Rama and Lakshman, it cannot be compared to any other love. After a few moments, Lord Nityananda returned to external consciousness. Everyone shouted, "Hurry!" and "Jai!" Lord Chaitanya embraced Lord Nityananda. Thinking that their roles were now reversed, Gadadhar smiled within his heart. Lord Anantashesh, who always holds up the Supreme Lord, now rests in his Lord's embrace. Now Lord Ananta's pride is crushed into powder. Gadadhar understood Lord Nityananda's power. Lord Nityananda understood Gadadhar's heart. Gazing at Lord Nityananda, all the devotees felt their hearts become filled with Lord Nityananda. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda gazed at each other. Neither said anything. They only shed tears from their eyes. Gazing at each other, they felt great bliss. With tears from their eyes, they flooded the earth. Lord Chaitanya said, "Today is an auspicious day for me." Today I have seen the pure devotional service that is the true meaning of the 4 Vedas. How can this kind of trembling, tears, and roarings be manifested if it is not manifested by the personal potency of the Supreme Lord himself? Lord Krishna will never abandon any person who with his own eyes has once seen this kind of pure devotion. I think that you must be the Supreme Lord's spiritual potency. Anyone who worships you will certainly attain pure devotion to Lord Krishna. You purify the 14 worlds. Your nature and activities are confidential, inconceivable, and unattainable. Everyone can see that you are the personification of the great treasure of pure love for Krishna. Millions of sins and illusions cannot stay with a person who attains even half a sesame seed's worth of association with you. I know that Lord Krishna will deliver me, for he has given me your association. I am very fortunate to see your feet. Anyone who worships your feet will attain a great treasure of pure love for Lord Krishna. In an ecstatic trance, Lord Chaitanya glorified Lord Nityananda. He did not stop. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda spoke of many things, but their conversation was all in hints and gestures. They did not speak openly. Lord Chaitanya said, I am afraid to ask, from what direction did you make your glorious journey to this place? Very agitated, Lord Nityananda became like a child. He spoke restlessly like a child. In his heart thinking, my Lord has descended to this world, he folded his hands and spoke with great humbleness. Hearing the prayers Lord Chaitanya spoke, Lord Nityananda became embarrassed. Now Lord Nityananda proceeded to refute every word of those prayers. Lord Nityananda said, I went to many holy places. There I saw many of Lord Krishna's holy places. I saw only the places. I was not able to see Lord Krishna. I asked the good people there. I saw the deity thrones were all covered. Oh, my brothers, please tell me, where did Lord Krishna go? They all told me, Lord Krishna went to West Bengal. He went to Gaya, but after some days he returned to West Bengal. Someone who had heard the great chanting of Lord Hari's names in Nadia said, Lord Narayan himself has taken birth here. I heard that in Nadia, even the most lowly and fallen souls are delivered. That is why I, a great sinner, have come here. Then Lord Chaitanya said, we are all very fortunate that a great devotee like yourself has come amongst us. I think that today my life has become a great success. For today I have seen you weep streams of tears in ecstatic love. Smiling, Murari Gupta said, we do not understand anything of what you two have said. Srivasa said, what do I know? I worship these two as if they were Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva. Then Gadadhar said, the Pandit has spoken well. I think these two are like Rama and Lakshman. Then someone said, they are like two Kamadevas. Then someone else said, they are like Krishna and Balaram. Someone else said, I do not know who they are for certain, but I think they are like Ananta Shesha, embraced by Lord Krishna. Someone else said, they are two friends like Krishna and Arjuna. When I see them, I think they are filled with spiritual love. Someone else said, I do not understand what they say. They speak only in hints and signs. Gazing at Lord Nityananda, the happy devotee spoke in this way. Anyone who hears this account for the first time, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda saw each other, becomes free from the bonds of repeated birth and death. Lord Nityananda becomes Lord Chaitanya's associate, friend, brother, servant, bed, and carrier. No one else assumes these roles. He voluntarily serves the Lord in many ways. If he makes one qualified, a person becomes able to serve the Lord. Even Lord Shiva, who is a very powerful, great yogi, great Vaishnava, and the first of the demigods, does not know the end of Lord Nityananda's glories. Persons who, not understanding his very profound pastimes, criticize Lord Nityananda, find that their devotional service to Lord Vishnu becomes stopped. Lord Nityananda is very dear to Lord Chaitanya. My heart's desire is that Lord Nityananda may always remain the master of my life. By his mercy, I always remember Lord Chaitanya. By his order, I write this book glorifying Lord Chaitanya. As Raghunath, the Lord of the Raghus, and Yadu Singha, the Lion of the Yadavas, are two names for the same person, so Nityananda and Balaram are two names for the same person. This I know. Anyone who desires to cross beyond the material world of birth and death, and then dive into the ocean of pure devotional service, should worship Lord Nityananda. If a devotee repeats these pastimes, then Lord Chaitanya blesses him, his family, and his friends. The holy name of Lord Chaitanya is very rare and difficult to find in this world. Lord Chaitanya is the life breath and the great wealth of everyone. The two moons, Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Sri Nityananda, are my life and soul. I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of their feet. Hari Hari Bol.
Do you have kirtan? You want to leave?
Or just watch it again?
I have to follow it.
You did yesterday.
Okay.